17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Seahawks going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Elliott. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And Jason Garrett's going to lead the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Sanchez keeps it himself. Give him 2 yards on that play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And his kick is right through. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards of carry in production, and that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And Baldwin was over 100 yards receiving, but we mentioned it earlier, the play that people were talking about, his touchdown pass to his quarterback, Russell Wilson.
And it's not just the people talking about it. I will guarantee Doug Baldwin is talking about it. He's going to walk into the offensive team room this week. He's going to walk into the quarterback room this week and say, you know something? Maybe this is where I should be. He's going to have a lot of fun with this one.
Big help in their win over the Eagles. To throw is Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and boy, he's been good. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Third and long. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Wilson on first down. This will be caught at the 2. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D looking like they may blitz. But they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back at the 2. Here's third and goal. Here's the sneak, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll come out in the pistol. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll give to Elliott. Oh, he's up to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receiver. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Again, we'll see the